It's being live streamed. Okay, now I have a message up here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Timothy Hill, and I am the producer of the Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show. Joining me today, I have my co-producer, Trina. Shout out to my other co-producer, Black Legacy. And we also have the most beautiful Tasha Williams joining us today. What's up, Tasha? How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. So, Tasha, could you please tell the viewers who you are, what you do, where they can find you, and then also a little bit about your businesses?
Okay, so my name is Tasha Williams. I own a mental health and social services company, Innovative Therapeutic Solutions. We're located in downtown Detroit. I want to make sure that we are, okay, all right. Okay, and we provide mental health, counseling, therapy. We provide trauma-focused therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy. We have people who are licensed in counseling, licensed in social work, providing services for that company. I also own a school services company, Creative Educational Solutions, and we send special education staff to charter schools, speech therapists, occupational therapists, social workers, psychologists to provide special ed services. And then I have a home care company, Natala's Home Health Care. We go in and do a lot of long-term care for people.
Okay.
In home.
All right. Nice. And I know I also read through your bio that you're a member of a nonprofit organization. Can you tell us, share with us a little bit more on that?
Yes, it was a group of us about, it was probably almost 10 years ago now. We went to Haiti on mission, and we went through another mission organization, and then we loved the little town or the little area that we were in outside of Port-au-Prince and Carrefour, and we formed Faith, Hope, and Love Ministries, and we provide support to this area of Haiti called Mergier, and they have, of course, housing needs. We know that that's the poorest country in this hemisphere, and so we've built a house, we've helped them build the school, we've built and remodeled an orphanage. We built more than one property, and we do a lot of food and water supplies for them.
So when they're hit with, they had the severe hurricanes over the years, your nonprofit organization, you guys helped them out as well, right?
Yes, we try to. We haven't been able to get over there for a while. We were sending people every 6 months or every year. I went 5 consecutive years in the summer, and then when 2015 or 16 came, when the new president, who was just assassinated, came in office, we've been able to help them, but we've had a lot of restrictions since then.
Understood.
And so we can still help when we can get things over there, depending upon what days, what's going on with the government. So we can still help them, but it's still difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Tasha. Could you kind of share with the viewers what kind of led you into the healthcare profession?
I was years ago, let's see, I was gonna go to law school, and I changed my mind after undergrad. I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I was like, I don't think I want to be an attorney. Got ready to take the LSAT, all of that, and got into the school I wanted to, and then and I was like, that's not what I want to do. So I worked in human services and did a lot of adoption and foster care work, and I kind of fell into therapy. I pretty much knew I would probably do it because it was a natural progression, but it was pretty much what I was supposed to do. What I was called to do. It was pretty much what I'm supposed to do. And so I was working for a nonprofit or agency, and the organization that I was working for did some things. They went in a different direction, and I had already been doing a lot of contractual work, a lot of private work, and things were just taking off. It was moving and moving. And then after I left them, I just blossomed and opened my own practice. So I started with Natala's Home Healthcare first, and then Innovative Therapeutic Solutions came. And so I've built upon Innovative over probably about 20 years, probably in 2003, next year to be 20 years, so it's right at 19. And it's grown and it's taken off, but it's been some work over the years. And then the school services company just kind of came as a need. It was a natural need, a natural progression of a need of like mental health services in the school, but also special education services for students. And that just kind of blossomed too. So I just kind of go where I'm supposed to go on my path in life. And I'm pretty clear to, that this is where I'm supposed to be.
Awesome.
I feel that
Awesome.
it's that drive, that internal drive for that profession, because it's not something you just run into, you know, you kind of have to have that knack to say, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to help people. So stemming from that, can you share with us or clarify the differences between a social worker and a counselor?
So social work is more hands-on in regards to a lot of work we do. Our social work is much more broad in perspective. We counselors focus more so on individuals, but it's different types of counseling. You have mental health counseling, you have life counseling, you have school counselors, you have career counselors, but it's more so individually specific to the individual. Some counseling, you know, some counselors do things with groups and things like that. But we, as social workers, you can be a medical social worker, you can be a school social worker, you can be a clinical social worker. I'm certified in many of the other areas, which takes you into mental health, human services. It takes you into addiction studies. It takes you into a lot of different areas. So when you work with social work, it is broad in perspective. There are social workers that are lobbyists. There are social workers that work individually. There are social workers that do case management. There are social workers that are a professor. I'm a professor too. So it's just a broader perspective of the helping profession.
Okay.
Okay. So I also read in your bio that you're a certified school social worker.
Yes, ma'am.
So a question to stem for that, with the increase in school shootings that we have, in your profession, what methods can be utilized to combat the mental state of kids in our schools, and what grades should that be implemented?
Well, first of all, I think it's a multi-level, it's a multi-complex problem, and it's more so broad in perspective of us as a country understanding what mental health is, and that many people in our society need help and don't know that they need help. It's a societal problem, it's a developmental problem, it's a psychological problem when it comes to schools. You see a lot of school shootings, but schools have been dangerous for a while. I think with social media as well as the camera phones, it became very obvious and very much easily to be reported. But pretty much it has a lot to do with development and what's going on with kids developmentally as far as socially as well. So it's a myriad of issues that have to be addressed. I think what we don't necessarily look at it is from a personal view, a social view, and a systemic view. I think society wants to look at it as from one perspective, and it's too multifaceted. Many schools have programs in place, security programs, but more so it has to do with the culture of the school. And they just have to be able to understand the behavior of kids and really read it for what it is. And you have a lot of different issues where people don't do that. Because of it's a school setting and it's very lax in a lot of ways. They don't look at it always from a behavioral standpoint. So once we understand that perspective, that it's some things that need to be in place in school as far as security, but we also need to address the mental health issues with people and the ability to have access to guns. You know, you have to wait till you're 25 years old to run for Congress, but when you're 18 in certain states and jurisdictions, you can purchase a firearm. So it's multifaceted in that regard. And then we have to look at it clinically and psychologically as far as brain development. And when the psychology of brain development, and that clinically and statistically, the brain scientifically is not developed really well in regards to your personality, judgment, and decisions, your frontal lobe and your amygdala until you're like 25. So it's so many issues that go into that. And it's hard to just give one answer. schools could do a lot more, but schools are really strapped and schools need a lot of help. And I think people didn't realize that schools are struggling at the level that they are.
Well, just to ask to clarify, what kind of helping methods, how can people help the schools? Because you're saying that they do need it. So how do we help? What's the, can you give like 2 or 3 ways in which we can help?
Well, first of all, pretty much finding out like in schools in your community, as far as are they open to volunteers? They need more crossing guards. They need more hall monitors. They need more security guards. We, as far as safety wise, it's from a community perspective, from a system perspective with the school. Schools have to learn to identify what really their culture really is, and accept that children sometimes are violent. And because of the innocence of children developmentally, we don't always learn to look at them through that lens, but they live in a very violent time and they are very open to violence. They see it on the internet, they play video games. It's a lot of things. So yes, people can volunteer. They can try to go in to support the schools where they lack in support staff, but it still has to be some other things that the schools do as well.
All right. Well, thanks for that.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Tasha, we gotta get ready to wrap it up. But as you know, we look forward to having you back on the show June 15th. Last time you were on the show, people really enjoyed your expertise and the information that you gave them. So I know they're going to look forward to getting that from you again. But before we get off, could you please let viewers know again who you are and where they can find you?
Okay, so I own several businesses, but I'm not a social media person where it's just me.
Okay.
So how you find the companies, you can Google Innovative Therapeutic Solutions. We have multiple staff there. The same thing with Creative Educational Solutions. Because people want to have a direct contact. I mean, let's see, Facebook is Innovative Therapeutic Solutions. And the same thing as far as Instagram, I think is Prof T Williams on Instagram or something like that. That's directly for me, but I like to remind people that we're a service provider. So we're not the only people that are providing services, and we're not selling products. So if they can't reach out to us, they're reaching out for services. So we can help them. It just may not be me, the one that is providing the help directly. There are other staff there as well. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you.
You want me to drop the information in the chat? I can drop it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
And so on Instagram, because everybody wants to be so connected, which is interesting, it's Prof T Williams. But pretty much for clinical services, they can just look at our Psychology Today listing, because it lists the services that we provide with other people and other staff. And that's the Instagram I just posted. And then, and I can post you a link from Psychology Today. That, most people, when they come, they want to find, we think that everybody wants to find a therapist theoretically that they connect with. And that is a good thing in theory. A lot of people want to find a clinician they connect with that their insurance covers.
Okay.
Mental health costs, and very few people have the ability to pay for it out of pocket. So they can go onto our site and see what we offer. And like I said, I have a trauma therapist. We have a lot of Hispanic people that come in for counseling. We do a lot of immigration cases with deportation issues and things like that. And then we just have a lot of different people we see from various walks of life, everyday working people. We have some, some celebrities. I guess they're celebrities. They're clients to me. And okay. We have some, like, I guess, NFL, NBA players, stuff like that, if you're into that. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We provide the services to whoever, whether you have Medicaid, Blue Cross, private pay. We help. We don't discriminate.
Okay. Well, before we get off, I got to shout out our sponsors. So shout out to Farside TV, Starboard Mind Records, The Smashing Concept, Mazzari Orthodontics, and The Spit. So till then, you can find all the information on Eventbrite about the show. We hope to see you guys there. And thank you, Tasha. We look forward to seeing you on the 15th.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day. And I'm
Yeah,
going
and we'll
to
make sure to have those links in the actual show too. So if you missed it this time, you'll be able to get them Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. All right. Talk to you
All
soon.
right, Tasha. Thanks for my.
Oh, you're okay. We're done for real.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Were we live?
Good night.
Okay, good night. Okay.